In the last month, I've seen something on Black social media that's been making people go crazy, and it is called the Black wife effect. It's pretty much when you get a Black woman from America marrying a white man or a non-Black man, what is the effect that she has on this guy while she's married to him? And typically, that effect could be seen or noticed in the man's appearance. If you look at pictures of the white man or non-Black man when you first meet the guy, he looks like a regular white guy or Latino guy without any swag. As time goes on in the relationship and this guy is married to this Black woman, you can see that this man looks more like an African American, or he has an African American swag. Not that he darkens his skin, but you can see the transition and the difference. And it's interesting, the lady and her husband who started this trend on TikTok was recently interviewed on Fox 26 Houston, and this is what she had to say.
All I can think about was his bangs. He just had these bangs.
I'm so sorry, Omar. What bangs? What bangs,
Well,
Omar?
it's just that I banged the over her and she just could not get it out of her mind.
That's what she means by bangs.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay.
It was the bangs on his head that kind of got to me, and I don't know. I really just was like, babe, let's take that off. Let's take the bangs off. Let's go ahead and go bald. And I think that this is your look. Like, this is giving sexy, like, for me. And then it went into like the clothes. He also dresses himself, but like when you're going to like events and things of that sort, I gotta kind of give that little just.
Okay, come on.
Go ahead.
Quick note, because like you said, I do dress myself.
You do.
And every time those pictures that you see in that video were from me picking all the outfits.
No.
When she's busy in her events, I just pick my outfits and I just send her a picture to make sure she's okay with it. And sometimes she doesn't even respond.
And you show up and show out.
I just show up. I'm like, hey.
Now, other people have given their opinion on the Black wife effect. This guy is actually a Black man who's married to a Black woman. Here's what he has to say.
The Black wife effect. I'm loving it. I am happy, and it is amazing to see these Caucasian men and other races of men come out to say just how much a Black woman improves their style, improves their life, is an enhancement to their life. And honestly, I don't mind this. I do see a lot of dudes trying to, throw shade on it, talking about, man, if we Black men came out with or if we came out with a, white wife effect. But first of all, why would you even do that? Because these are other races of men saying how much they praise the Black woman, not Black women coming out saying how much they praise the white man. It's like some way, some delusional Negro always trying to come in and knock something down. And you know what? This don't need to be knocked down, bro. A lot of y'all Negroes have said that you don't want nothing to do with the Black woman, that the Black woman is this, the Black woman is that, the black blah, blah, blah. And now y'all get mad that Caucasian men or other races of men are coming out to say, hey, it's a real effect. Hey, they enhance our life, they enhance our style. Shoot, the way we look, the way we dress, everything, And what when they be showing these before and after pictures, before the Black wife and after, with the Black wife, after Black, yeah, hey, man, you can't hate, man. Can't hate. Because that's what Black women are. They are an enhancement.
And then, of course, you have this sister.
So I want to talk about the Black wife effect because it's been on my timeline. I know it's been on others, and I feel like there's so much to break down about it. So for me, as I'm watching the Black wife effect, what I'm thinking is that everything Black women touch, they elevate. And that's not just on a partner scale, that's on a societal scale. When you look at the foundation of any social justice movement, you will find a Black woman there, and that is not a coincidence. When you look at any industry, at the top of it, there will always be a Black woman there, and that is not any coincidence. And every time I say this, people get mad. Click the link tree in my bio. I already have the notes. But anyways, I thought the fascinating thing about the Black wife effect is not even that they look better, their style's better, but it's also like you can visibly see their confidence get better. And that's something that isn't like a physical change. That's something of like being properly cared for. I feel like Black women have been socialized to be deep carers. And a lot of time people put us on this pedestal of like, they're goddesses, they're otherworldly, but it is a little bit exhausting. I mean, people hold us to this standard where we have to go above and beyond. Like, to be pretty as a Black girl, you have to be above and beyond. To be smart as a Black girl, you have to be above and beyond. To be kind as a Black girl, you have to go above and beyond. You know what I mean? That's why when they exceed in these industries, when they exceed in these fields, when they exceed in these foundations, they do that because the standards is exceed or not exist. And so if this trend should show you anything, it shouldn't just be like, oh my gosh, let's see how we can exploit and use Black women and how can we get a mammy to elevate us. It should be, let me try and take notes so I can be on the same level, or let me see what they do that really does it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times people can appreciate what Black women do, but they don't know how to properly support us to keep doing it. I think that's all I need to say for now.
Now, let me get to these people who support the black wife effect. They're pretty much saying whatever Black women touches turns into gold. These men appreciate their wives for their appearance. And let me say, hey, as a dusty guy who doesn't dress very well myself, it's good to have a woman in your life that could help you get yourself together. I had a girlfriend who had me on the path of getting myself together. Too bad I dumped her, but yeah, I wouldn't be looking as dusty as I am right now. So yeah, Black women do have a very good sense of fashion, many of them, and they can definitely improve your appearance game, especially how you want to take care of yourself. And that's good to have a woman around that can do that. The one thing that I'm seeing that these women are improving is how these men dress. What we don't know is what else do they do? Like, how are you respected as a man? How does this woman treat you? And to be honest, what is your financial situation in comparison to hers? That's what's being left out. We don't know if these white men who have these Black wives are making the same amount of money as their wives or less. You see, because if the woman is making more than you, it makes sense as to why she might be inclined to dress you. But here's something that I want to know. If these women got with these white men or non-Black men, why did they feel the need to try to change how they look? Because they didn't marry Black men, but they got these other groups of men and they wanted to make those men look like, I don't know, Black? Well, what does that say? It says to me that you didn't want a Black man, but you really want a Black man. So let's make a white man or a Latino man look like the man that we really desire. It's kind of killing two birds with one stone. Let me give you an example. When I used to live in Europe, I used to see white women with a lot of African guys. We don't have very many African Americans in Europe or in Poland, but I did notice a trend. A lot of the European girls would start getting box braids to get with these African dudes. It was almost like they were trying to let everybody know, like, I'm available to be taken by a Black guy. And you saw it all the time. You would see chicks that had long hair and they would go out and get blonde braids. Some of them would get cornrows. And I was thinking to myself, well, cornrows are not necessarily limited to Black women, but it is an indication that Black women wear this hairstyle a lot. So it's a good indication that this particular person likes Black men. Now, if I were to date a white woman, why would I want her to change those things? For example, when white men that have money and they have influence, when they get with Black women, it's not the Black women that are changing those guys. Those Black women are changing to be with those white guys. Or if you have Black men that get with white women, the Black man, if he has money, he's doing very well, he's not trying to change her. He likes her as she is. So this whole thing to migrate a man into what you want him to be shows me one thing. You don't really respect that man because he made that change for you. Also, let me put it out there like this. Let's get back to how these guys are treated. We don't know. I don't care about the fact that I dress better because a woman is with me. I care about my life and how much this woman respects me. Does she do what I need her to do? Is she acting as a wife? Does she behave in a way such that, I feel like I'm treated the right way? We don't know. That was never talked about, because whenever it comes to Black relationships, either it's interracial or not, we only talk about physicality things. Well, Black men have swag, or Black women have booty, or they're very good in the bed. We very rarely talk about things that make relationships really work. like compassion, devotion, faithfulness, respect, how they elevate your lives in other ways is like support. Now, even though we have black people who can obviously do these things, but we don't necessarily focus our time on these things. We focus our things on things that are based on clout, our looks, our style, never basing it on the cornerstones that really make relationships work. So we don't talk about that because it's not important. How do those guys feel every day in those relationships? Do those women talk back to them? Do those women abuse them? We don't know. But it's like, hey, if you're a white guy and you don't like how you dress, well, get a black woman and she can change your style to make you look more like a black man, which you don't need to do that because you're already white or Hispanic, which in many cases, if you're a white Hispanic, you have the same standing as white guys do. So pretty much what these black women are doing, in my honest opinion, you're putting your husband in a better position to leave you for the black chick. Because you know if those guys have Instagram, guess who's going to be in the inbox? It's going to be black women. Right. You're pretty much letting them know like, all right, here's a white guy with swag. What you doing married to her? Come holler at me. Then the last part. There is a lot of hypocrisy with this black wife effect. And I believe this particular TikToker broke it down the best.
Now, I hate to be the one to stir the pot. I really do, but I'm sorry. If I see some hypocritical shit, I'm calling it out. It's a trend going on right now and they're calling it the black wife effect, right? Pretty much it's black women who are married outside of their race and they're showing the before and the after of their husband being married to them, right? Now, like I always say, I don't give a damn about nobody's preference. You can marry the size, shape, color. You can marry whoever and whatever you want. I don't give a damn. But this is where I do have an issue. Just read these comments. I'm loving these black wife effect. Keep them coming, ladies. 15.5 thousand likes. The material was always there. Sis said, rise, king, and he did. 1,200 likes. I love this trend. God damn, you won. Shit. Girl, what kind of seasoning you used on this one? Now let's flip the roles real quick. If black men was coming out here posting on this app, showing the before and after of they white wives and they other race wives saying they put seasoning on them, because all the seasoning really is like you could just tell they've been involved in black culture and now they a little bit culture. That's really all the seasoning that they put. But if black men was doing this with they white wives and they Hispanic and Asian wives, oh my God, we wouldn't be able to breathe. I'm black, my daughter black, her mama black, she got 4 black grandparents. But if I was in these comments asking, oh, what seasoning you put on that one? Man, what? Y'all would be giving me hell. And don't act like y'all wouldn't.
Let me deal with that if I can. I completely agree. If you had black men talking about the white wife effect, and I'm pretty sure that some guys tried those videos and maybe didn't become successful, but if it did, it'd be a big issue because a lot of those women are like, oh my God, you know, he's a white king and all that. But now at the same time, if a black man has a white woman and the white woman is affecting his life in a positive way, and if it's some of those things that are cornerstones of relationships like being submissive, cooking, cleaning, if black men bring out those things, then all of a sudden, you know, oh, you want a slave. So what gives? It's okay for a black woman to get a non-black husband. When the black man does it, he's selling out. Which one is it? So, hey, for me, I don't really care what you do. I'm for the black wife effect with a black woman as a black man. But hey, there are some hypocrisies in these arguments. And I guess these people think that black men are supposed to be mad. And let me address that before I close. Black men are not mad about any of that stuff. Because first of all, these white guys that y'all had to change or morph were guys that we could honestly say maybe wasn't getting that kind of clout in their community. But what you saw is the opportunity to invest in the guy that maybe the own women in this community didn't want. So let me change this guy into something else because, hey, I see a guy that might look dorky at first and I could change him into something better. It's too bad that when y'all see the same things in black men, it's a red flag. Girl, he's corny, girl, he's dorky, and all of that, and y'all don't want nothing to do with him. But if he's white or Asian or Hispanic and Hispanic looking white guy, we got all the time in the world to invest in a guy like this because, hey, we can transform him into what we want while probably not respecting him. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of Fair Use. I'm out.